Welcome to the sideboard here in Dallas. I'm here with Trevor Williams. Trevor, you were just on SCG Live with a white, black, red tokens list. I guess more like white, red, black, really just kind of splashing the black for the flashback on Lingering Souls and some sideboard options. So I'm just going to start with, I guess, the genesis of the deck, because we've seen a lot of different token decks over the past couple of years, especially because of Lingering Souls, but most of them have been black-white or junk is the current flavor. Why'd you want to go into red?
Hellrider. Hellrider's a beast. When you got a ton of dudes out and you swing with Hellrider, and if you can drop 2 Hellriders, all that extra damage that really no one can stop, you can deal it to Planeswalkers. So it takes out Planeswalkers and it deals it direct damage. So you're trying to swing every turn with everybody.
Okay, so rather than using Hellrider sort of a curve topper, which is where the other aggressive decks use him, you're actually sort of using him like another Anthem, in that he just adds damage to each creature.
Adding it on. And if you have Intangible Virtue out, then they're already vigilant creatures, and a lot of times they're spirits, so they're flying. They're probably not going to be blocked anyway. So you got vigilant 2/2 flyers coming in. Hellrider's going to peg everybody out more, and you can deal that to Planeswalker or the opponent.
Sure. I especially imagine it being incredibly dangerous if you ever actually Fateful Hour gather the townsfolk.
I did earlier today for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Complementing the Hellriders, you also have Falcon Rathalos that's on top. A lot of synergy with the humans in the deck as well. You can actually get counters on them.
Yeah, she's a beast. I don't do that much because it's Leslie Charm. I'm afraid people are going to get her when she gets up to 5. But a lot of Supreme Verdicts floating around, and Sack, she's indestructible. Like, she's really hard to get rid of. The haste is really good. I use her to block a lot, but she's just hard to deal with. Like, no one can really get rid of her. So,
moving down to your removal suite, you went with a little bit more of the 1-for-1 rather than the sweepers. You've got more bonfires in the sideboard. You go with your 2, but then you've got Pillar of Flames, Dreadboards, and Tragic Slip. Seems like you were expecting a lot more of other aggressive decks.
Exactly. Yeah, I run the 4 pillars mainly to fight the zombies, to get rid of Messenger and Gravecrawler. It's also great for Thalia. You can pay 2 and just get rid. She's a pain for the deck. And also for removal, I hate Planeswalkers, so I run 3 to deal with them and anybody else who wants to get in the way. And then the 2 bonfires, I'm not totally sold on it. Sometimes it hurts me more than it helps me, but when you hit it, it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely a game changer.
And then the Lonely Slip. Just when it's there, here, fall down. So.
Sure. I imagine it's kind of handy at dealing with stuff like Thundermaw Hellkite when you've got these spirits in the air. If you don't have a Virtue out, obviously that triggers the Morbid in and of itself. Yep. You can do a couple of other tricks, obviously, with Falcon Wrath Aristocrat. So it seems like a fine spell for the deck. You've only got 1 Vault of the Archangel. Did you consider going to 2, or is the mana just a little tough?
The mana's tough with 2. If you draw 2, you're going to have a really hard time getting it to work out and dropping your 2-costing Hellrider. I won a game earlier because I got the Vault, so I kind of want to go to 2, but 1 for now.
1 for now. All right. Well, let's move to the sideboard. It's got a few other interesting cards. The bonfires we already talked about, but I really like the Mikaeses, which are kind of a standard thing that token decks have tried out before. It's just like an additional pump plus good creature.
If you don't have your Virtue, Mikaeus will pump.
Rally the Peasant seems like a pretty big game to have available.
I did. Started with Dynacharge, then found that card, and it's awesome. When you draw it, if you have 1/1 Ghost, getting a lot of damage, but it's a close match. Like, if I just need that edge to go over, but it's really against other aggro decks just to out damage them.
Okay, you just get ahead on the curve.
Head on the curve, then flash it back next turn, so I'm not like two turns ahead on the curve. So
shifting down, we've got some anti-control options with the Nevermores. I imagine you name Supreme Verdict or Thragtusk. Those are like the 2. Rakdos' Return,
control,
pretty handy. And what about these Zealous Conscripts? Because you can kind of play those in a lot of different ways.
You can. I haven't sided them in today, but anytime you're playing something that I think is just dangerous, I'm just going to grab it. It's a finisher. It's a finisher, So maybe take out, you drop 2 bonfires, put in conscripts. If they're not playing a lot of little creatures, like just big threats. So.
All right, well, I think that about covers it. Thanks for joining us. It's a really interesting take on tokens.
Thank you so much.
Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.